If you heard me on Larry King, or if you've heard me in many other places, I'm kind of becoming well known not only for the genie, but for my concept of going 3 for 3. You've got to have all three. You look at anyone who's not getting what they desire and deserve in their life, it's because they've got one missing. Thoughts, feelings, action. 3 for 3. You've got to have all three. There's a lot of people who are thinking, diet, thinking, losing weight all the time. They're on this diet, on that diet, but then they're not losing the weight. Why? Because inside they're feeling unworthy and incapable of creating the body they deserve. Feelings are off kilter. Does that make sense to you? There are people who are then there's other people who are thinking about making more money, and they're visualizing it, and they're sitting around, they're feeling what it would be like to make more money, and yet they're sitting on their couch and not getting off their duff. They're not going to make any more money because there's no action there. You've got to have all three. Thought is one of the most potent forms of energy known to man, coupled with emotion and action. It's unstoppable. Thought is is nothing more than a directional force. You remember when you were a little kid, you used to sit in the driveway in your mommy or daddy's car, and you sit behind the steering wheel and you turn the steering wheel? You're not doing diddly. That's a technical term. But you think you are. Why? Because that's the steering wheel is the thought. It's the directional system. Until you turn on the engine, emotions, and put it into gear, action, you're not getting off the driveway. Now here's something you need to understand. We're talking about a radical shift in your mindset. Remember, mindset is not just your thoughts. It's certainly your thoughts, but it's your programming. It's the way your beliefs, your decisions, your emotions, all those kinds of things. A radical shift in that area is difficult. But you know what? Being broke and miserable is difficult too. It really is. It's going to take some work. But you know what? It takes work to be sick and tired too. So if you're going to have to do some work anyway, and you're going to have to make an investment anyway, you might as well make an investment and do some work in a direction that's going to make you joyous and abundant and happy and fulfilled. Does that make sense to you? If you're with me, say yes. Yes. Beautiful. It's going to be difficult, and that's why it's imperative that as you start to think about your intentions, which we're going to invest a lot of time in you defining what your life is going to be from this day forward. And as you start to think about those things, it's going to be very, very critical that you choose something that creates passion inside of you. Something that blows your hair back if you have any. And if you don't, you could at least pretend. I mean, something that you're passionate about. It's got to be something that really trips your trigger, lights your fire, your white-hot passion. Because you see, it's your passion. This is the first bullet point on page number 26. Your passion and commitment will give you the fuel necessary to override your old programming. Remember I said to you, ask you earlier, do you love what you do? Because I guarantee you're going to run into obstacles, and if you don't love what you do and you don't have a passion for it, you're not going to have the tenacity and the stick-to-itiveness to stay with it. So you've got to choose something big and bold and exciting. Your total belief system is the composite of your thoughts, feelings, and action. And therein lies the keys to the universe. And I do not say that lightly. Let me read it again. Your total belief system and all of your results are the composite of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Now, let me talk about feelings for just a moment, because many people think that feelings and emotions are the same thing. They're close cousins, but they're not the same thing. We said that the emotion was nothing more than energy in motion. The emotion is something like, you may have an emotion of love. You felt that one, yeah? Emotion of love. But that's not a feeling. The feeling is the heart palpitations you get, or the rapid breathing, or the butterflies in your tummy when they look your way. Feelings are visceral. You get the difference? The emotion is love. The feelings are in the body. You see, you live in a vibrational universe. Law of vibration. Everything vibrates, including your body. And the feeling is the vibration that you're in. How many people follow me? Now let me tell you, let me be bold here and tell you this is a distinction you may not hear anywhere else outside this room. You might, but I haven't heard it. I may be wrong. It may be out there. But let me tell you something. This is a distinction you will very infrequently, if ever, hear. In a vibrational universe, the feeling is the vibration you're in your body. And it's not the emotion. The emotion is anger. The feeling are all those things that go, that adrenaline rushing through your body. That's the vibration. Now, how do you get to feelings? Well, feelings are created through this equation, thoughts plus emotions. Thoughts plus emotions equal feeling. Thoughts plus emotion equal feeling. And let me tell you something. I hope you're writing this down because I have never, ever in my lifetime shared this formula in a Harmonic Wealth Weekend before. I've normally saved it for the higher levels of my trainings. But I'm feeling generous today. And I hope you're getting it. Seriously. I hope you're getting it. I must be still on a semi-Oprah high or something. Because my dream team members are going, what the hell? Man, I had to wait for a year to hear that stuff. We're accelerating the planet here. But let me tell you something. Thoughts plus emotion equal feelings. And thoughts, feelings, and actions are the three that you must have to create anything and everything you desire. Because you see, it's not the event. It's not the event that creates the emotion. It's your thought about the event that creates the emotion. And then it's the joining of that thought and emotion that creates the vibration. You follow that? It's not the event. It's your thought about the event or how you define the event that creates the emotion. And then it's the emotion plus the thought combined that creates the physiological, the visceral response, which is the feeling in your body. It's not about anything outside of you.